We're exploring a profound truth today that has endured throughout time: the force of quiet. It goes beyond simply keeping your mouth shut. It's about using quiet as a weapon to gain knowledge, power, and influence. Come along on this life-changing journey with me as we explore the 7 compelling benefits of adopting the Stoic philosophy of silence. It is not enough to simply be silent. It is a profoundly wise statement. Like Seneca, the Stoics recognize the extraordinary power of silence in our interactions and decision-making. It serves as a mirror, revealing the depths of our personalities. Selecting silence gives us time to reflect. We let our inner wisdom lead us and resist the need to respond hastily. The remarkable quality of silence is its capacity to unveil people's actual selves. It sets the prudent apart from the foolish. The wise know when to keep quiet, and they exude wisdom when they are silent. They have mastered the skill of timing their moves, realizing that regret is frequently the result of speaking rashly. They show the world their wisdom through this restraint. As the philosophy of Stoicism teaches, the true mark of intelligence is not a profusion of words, but rather the careful, deliberate selection of when to speak and when to remain silent. Thus, bear in mind the Stoic wisdom that highlights the profound significance of knowing when to let the beauty of silence speak for itself and when to let the world hear your voice as we examine the benefits of silence today. Thus, I'll go over 7 benefits of silence in today's video. Number 1, the opponent becomes confused when there is silence. In the domain of Stoic knowledge, passivity is not silence. It's a calculated move that can win by disarming adversaries. It's the art of waiting for the right opportunity, like a chess player deciding what to do next. The ancient military strategist and philosopher Sun Tzu was well versed in this idea. He frequently used quiet as a potent strategy. As a military tactician and classical Chinese philosopher, Sun Tzu's strategic thinking offers valuable insights into the significance of remaining silent in order to win. This idea is covered in Sun Tzu's well-known book, The Art of War. In addition to covering the efficient use of armies, he also addressed psychology and strategy in this work. One of the most well-known pieces of advice from Sun Tzu is to never divulge your intentions to your adversary. Get them to guess and speculate. Make things seem erratic and unclear to them. He frequently underlined how your opponent may feel under psychological pressure from your silence and mystery, leading them to wonder about your motivations and course of action. Sun Tzu added that holding back on words enables you to listen and watch your opponent more intently, in addition to helping you avoid giving away your decisions. You can project confidence and wisdom in the circumstance by being patient and maintaining your composure. Sun Tzu gave examples of how to use quiet to make adversaries question his choices and methods. This tactic was frequently used in conjunction with ambiguity and unpredictability to sow doubt. The opponent believed that this proved the value of quiet in both combat and strategy, and it assisted him in winning numerous noteworthy battles throughout military history. As a result, Sun Tzu not only had a thorough understanding of Stoic philosophy, but also knew how to put it to use in the art of war, or crafting successful strategies for both the battlefield and daily life. On a battlefield, where soldiers are waiting for you to move, but you say nothing, it agitates your enemies to let the tension rise in that silence. Uncertainty pervaded their thoughts. You leave them wondering what your intentions are. Sun Tzu's wisdom tells us that when you make your opponent uncomfortable with your silence, their attention is diverted from their goal and instead becomes focused on you and your tactics. This age-old tactic which has its roots in Stoic philosophy, is evidence of the powerful effects of quiet. It emphasizes the idea that sometimes we can accomplish more with silence than we ever could with words. As we examine the benefits of silence today, keep in mind its strategic value and the ability it gives you to deftly and strategically defeat obstacles and opponents. Number 2, get rid of distractions. Consider things strategically. We are constantly surrounded by chaos, noise, and never-ending alerts. However, we find the time to reflect, plan, and map out our course when we are silent. The greatest thinkers in history understood the value of concentration and quiet. They used this power to their advantage to make crucial choices and accomplish remarkable success. The source of innovation is a calm mind. When you remove all distractions, your mind is free to roam, connecting the dots and coming up with answers you might not have thought of. Quiet strategist maintains composure in the face of chaos and noise. They make deliberate moves because they see the wider picture, the enormous chessboard that is life. Silence helps us distinguish between the important and the unimportant. In a world where information is abundant, we are able to discriminate between the signal and the noise during these quiet times. The practitioner of silence understands the value of being totally present and focused on the task at hand. This intense concentration generates a wealth of creativity and productivity. When you do say something, it matters in the quiet. You've thought through every possibility, explored every angle, and made a clear decision. Being silent does not imply inaction. It denotes deliberate, intentional action. It's the inhale before the jump, the pause before the big move. In the calm of the outdoors, we discover peace. We rediscover the wisdom of silence and the power of simplicity. Accept the power of quiet. Put an end to distractions and exercise strategic thought. You really take control of your destiny during these times. Another wise person who encouraged us to use discretion when speaking was Gautama Buddha. Before we talk, he suggested that we think about 3 important questions. Does it have a value? Is it required? Will it result in improvements? The foundation of developing inner silence is the act of filtering speech. In Stoic philosophy, silence and concentration are inextricably linked. Distractions disappear, and our focus becomes more acute when our minds are quiet. It is in this silence that our minds clear, and we are able to reflect deeply. Though many may believe that thinking and speaking go hand in hand, Stoic teachings highlight the great power inherent in the capacity to hold our tongue and think things through before speaking. This allows us to access the full potential of true concentration. Number 3, quiet draws attention. There's something magnetic about silence, especially when it comes to gatherings. The individual who chooses silence stands out like a beacon of calm in a world that is frequently full of noise. When you were in a crowded room, did you ever hear conversations going on all around you? Abruptly, a pause of silence occurs. During that silence, everyone's focus inadvertently turns to the silent figure in the room. Imagine a lecture hall where students talk non-stop throughout the lecture, making it difficult for the teacher to keep things under control. Important information is difficult to convey in this scene because the teacher's voice is constantly being interrupted by conversations. Students automatically turn their attention to the teacher when they pause, even for a short while, creating a hush in the room. In this case, there are a lot of distractions in the classroom, which makes learning more difficult. The constant buzz of side chats interferes with the teacher's attempts to provide a meaningful lesson, making the classroom unorganized. There is, nevertheless, a ray of hope. When given the chance, students can refocus, as evidenced by the brief silence that follows the teacher's pause. It serves as a reminder that even the most irrational students can be enticed back into the classroom through good classroom management and engagement techniques. This change in emphasis demonstrates the importance of quiet in the face of chaos. Being silent draws attention to itself, making it a powerful tool for persuasion and effective communication. Within the peaceful embrace of silence, there is a remarkable power that echoes the wisdom of Stoic philosophy, the ability to charm, the ability to exude charm. It's not always about flashy gestures or eloquent speech that defines charisma. Often, it begins with the inner strength that is silent. There's something special about a quiet listener. They hear more than just words. They take in the subtleties and unspoken feelings. Likewise, kindness has the power to attract. A silent way to win people over is to simply be kind and helpful. A charismatic leader does more than just issue directives. They empower those around them and inspire via their deeds. When they do talk, it's with conviction and a purpose, maximizing the value of each word. Isolation is not the goal of silence. Being present is key. The life of the party is frequently the quiet observer. A sincere smile, a kind gesture, or a consoling touch can have immense power. It speaks to the soul, inaudibly. So keep that in mind while you're alone. Your charm has the power to captivate others. Your genuineness and presence convey a lot. Accept the subtle art of charisma and observe how it changes everything in your life and the environment surrounded by people. Number 4, quiet. Develop your strength. According to Stoic philosophy, a lot of people are afraid of silence because they think it's lonely or because they don't want other people to validate them. Their incessant need for attention and validation stems from this fear, which ultimately erodes their inner strength. But solitude, which is frequently found in quiet moments, is a gift that can transform. It enables us to face who we really are without the masks we put on for the outside world. We find our inner strength and understand that our value is independent during this silent moment. Stoicism urges us to see solitude as a mirror that reflects who we really are and gives us the strength to stand tall in the face of other people's judgment or deeds. Silence allows us to discover our inner strength. Consider yourself a high school student getting ready for an important test. You've been studying hard for months, and as test day draws near, the pressure is getting stronger. Many of your classmates are always comparing notes, discussing how they study, and looking for approval from others on how well prepared they are. They perceive silence as a sign of loneliness and isolation, which is why they fear it. Conversely, you have adopted the Stoic philosophy, which views solitude and quiet as a chance for introspection and genuine self-discovery. Rather than continuously looking for outside approval and evaluating yourself against others, you take quiet times to reflect on your own understanding and preparedness. You face your actual potential in those quiet times and realize that your value is independent of what your peers think or do. You can remain calm and focused during the exam by accepting silence as a symbol of your inner strength and self-assurance. Despite the incessant noise and comparisons around you, you have faith in your own preparation and the inner strength to give it your all. Stoic philosophy has thus enabled you to seize the transforming power of silence at a pivotal juncture in your academic career. Number 5. Absence of conceit or haughtiness. You'll discover the wisdom to take off the bulky armor of conceit and arrogance in the grandeur of silence. Real freedom comes from acknowledging our common humanity, rather than from claiming our superiority. Kind deeds are rewards in and of themselves. They don't require praise. Helping others makes the silent giver happy, and having the humility to own up to your mistakes is a strength rather than a weakness. It's the way to true improvement in oneself. There are challenges along the way to silent humility. However, it promotes unity and empathy, understanding. Another quality of people who make intelligent word choices is humility. They are happy being themselves. They don't look for attention. If humility is the strength of understanding your place in the larger scheme of things, then it is not weakness. It is found in deeds of compassion, lending a supportive hand, and having empathy for those who are most in need. Acknowledging your mistakes is a sign of grace, the ability to grow from your errors. The trait of humility serves as a link between you and people of different backgrounds, races, and ideologies. Embrace the silence that conveys humility, and let go of any conceit or haughtiness. Number 6. Quiet. Aids in talks. Within the Stoic philosophical community, a powerful ally in negotiations is silence. When talks have hit a stalemate, it's a calculated break that can produce amazing outcomes. The ability to remain silent becomes extremely valuable. Think about negotiating a pay raise. Imagine you are negotiating a salary. When you receive an offer that doesn't live up to your expectations, take a moment to consider your options before answering. Let's say you wish to bargain for a better pay at work. You know exactly how much you think you should be paid because you have done your homework, compared salaries for similar positions, and conducted research. You've mentally readied yourself to speak with your manager about this salary. You might find that the offer you receive from the company when you start the salary negotiation does not live up to your expectations. Rather than answering right away with arguments or objections, you could decide to take a moment to think things through before speaking. The decision to remain silent during the negotiation may have been made to avoid reacting hastily and becoming agitated. You'll have more time to consider the offer and decide how best to respond if you remain silent. Additionally, it may put pressure on the party engaged in negotiations, particularly if they are unsure of their offer. This might prompt them to raise the pay or modify their original offer to better suit your needs. To sum up, you can keep control of the negotiation process and create opportunities for improvement by stopping and staying silent during salary negotiations. Number 7. Being considerate and kind. To others, regards. Goodwill, the act of lending a helping hand, is both straightforward and profound. The pulse of a caring society is doing things because you want to, not because you have to. Kindness can be found in the contagious laughter that erupts among friends, in the warmth of a reassuring hug, and in a friend's listening ear without passing judgment. Not only do nurses and other caregivers heal bodies, but their selfless dedication also heals spirits. It's in the ability to soothe someone in their hour of need and to offer consoling words. The cornerstone of education is kindness. As educators not only impart knowledge, but also kindle students' curiosity and inspire aspirations. The unsung heroes who take the time to clean up litter, plant trees, and promote a more sustainable world are those who show compassion for our planet, our shared home. The bravery of first responders and firefighters who risk their lives to save not only humans, but also our four-legged friends, exemplifies kindness. Millions of people raise their voices and hands in unison in the global peace movement, proclaiming that kindness and compassion will always triumph over hatred and violence. Sharing is an act of kindness. It's the generous conviction that there is enough for everyone, whether it's sharing a meal with someone in need or knowledge with those who are hungry for it. We implore you to embrace compassion and thoughtful consideration for others today. To reach out, to smile, to say something nice. Those with less speech tend to be thoughtful and kind people. They consider the effect of their speech on others and carefully consider what they say. Let's explore the tale of Jane, a young lady who lives in a busy metropolis. She has overcome many obstacles in her life, such as losing her family in a catastrophic auto accident and losing her job. Her life appeared to be unraveling in every way. Jane, though, never lost hope. She began working as a volunteer at a community center, where she encountered people who were struggling and developed compassion for them. Jane was always willing to share, listen, and help when the chance presented itself. She turned into a source of inspiration for others, giving them confidence that support was always available and making them feel less alone. Jane once met Michael, a young man who had lost his job and was going through a tough time. Jane told him about her own experience and how she overcome hardship. She gave him guidance and encouragement, and with Jane's help, they grew close friends. In addition to landing a new job, Michael realized he had a knack for imparting knowledge. He went on to become a teacher of poor kids, committing his time to community service. The tale of Jane and Michael is a model of decency and consideration for others. Michael's life and the community around them were positively impacted by Jane's acts of love and compassion for others. Thanks to everyone's respect and care for one another, their story makes the world a friendlier and more helpful place. This is the journey that Tom and Emma took. Since their early years, Emma and Tom have been close friends. They were always willing to lend a helping hand and had a kind disposition. Emma started feeling weak and exhausted one day, and a medical examination revealed that she had a serious illness. Tom and Emma made the decision to travel this path together. Emma found that Tom was a dependable friend who was there for her, even in the most trying circumstances. He set aside time each day to tend to Emma's needs, making sure she ate well and lifting her up. Together, they attended events and meetings of support groups. As she fought the illness, Emma imparted love and patience to everyone. Their difficult journey strengthened them, and they discovered purpose in imparting their wisdom and experiences to others. Emma fought her illness with patience and determination until one day she passed away. She told Tom, "Thank you for always being there for me and making my life worth living," before she left. Tom carried on their journey, imparting to others the lessons they had learned about love and caring for others. He rose to prominence in helping patients and their families who faced comparable difficulties. The tale of Tom and Emma is proof of compassion and love for others. Throughout their difficult journey, they developed a close bond and showed each other respect and compassion. As this story illustrates, Principle 7 creates a more meaningful and cozy world by fostering deep friendships and cherished relationships. We've looked at the 7 significant benefits of harnessing the power of silence. According to Stoic philosophy, silence manifests as a transformative force that can do anything from cause strategic confusion to improve concentration, foster trust, and strengthen inner strength. It's your turn now. Use these ageless ideas to guide your own decisions and actions. Develop the skill of hearing silence, recognizing when to speak, and when to let stillness's beauty speak for itself. Accept the inner strength that you possess. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more inspirational videos if it spoke to you. 7 of my friends, less talkative people, have deeper qualities rather than silent characteristics. It involves being genuine, empathetic, and communicating in a tense situation We appreciate your presence as we discuss the transformative potential of speaking less and listening more today. Never forget that words have power. You can make more significant connections and have a greater impact on your life by speaking less when it's appropriate.